My bad, number 2.
All right, welcome in, race fans. This is Jason with First Gear Network, bringing you live coverage of the Motorsports League Truck Series. This is week 4 of the season, and we are in Atlanta at EchoPark Speedway. We're going to get these trucks all together, bunch them up, and have some really good drafting fun here at Atlanta tonight. It's exciting. This track, since the repave, has turned into a bit of a drafting super speedway. It's a little bit of wear in the track now as it's starting to age, but definitely going to see a lot of pack racing and a lot of trucks working together to try to win tonight's event. We're just under 5 minutes of practice. We went on air a little early tonight as practice was shortened, and we're running here another 4.5 minutes, so we wanted to get live here at the end of practice. Be able to pull up the race details and all that fun stuff. So tonight's race info here at Atlanta, we are scheduled for 75 laps of racing. It is a 1.5 mile banked quad oval. Again, since the repave, it is really turned into a drafting style track. The outside temperature is 78 degrees, track temp is 78 as well. 45% humidity, clear skies with a 2-mile-an-hour breeze. I believe the weather is set to static, so this sunset we will have the entire race. These conditions will stay the same. So the trucks are getting ready to wrap up practice and start qualifying. We are at 29? It's like 29 drivers registered for tonight's event. Should be a heck of a show as the field gets prepared to battle it out truck style. Right now, as we just take a look and see who's put down the fastest laps. Obviously, most of this is done drafting wise, and fastest truck on track has been that 99 of Ron Holmes. He is he's been a fast one so far. Scheme Dodge Ram. Right now Ram has the top 3 spots. How about those Ram trucks out there putting it down? Chevy's in 4th and 5th. Actually, we can break down that stuff. Let's see, car logos, there we go. So we're gonna see a lot of guys trying to partner up, work in groups. lot of drafting, a lot of momentum, multiple grooves. We'll see at the bottom or the top is the faster of the two tonight. We'll have to pay attention to that. I've seen trucks going all over throughout the beginning of practice here, so really no real read on where the best line is going to be on track, but should be interesting nonetheless. And right now, like I said before, we've got 29 drivers registered with just under 2 minutes left to go. I think it's going to be a good one. There's Jessica in the chat. Good to see you. Yes, let's go number 15. Let's see, Richard on track. Oh, he's actually, looks like he's just coming off pit road. Richard's rolling off in his Ram truck. Currently 8th fastest. The front stretch can be a bit tricky, certainly when you get 2-3 wide. It's hard to make that quad oval work, and you'll see guys, that's where the handling is kind of the worst, is when you're trying to make those two sharper corners on the flatter part of the track. The trucks aren't always agreeing on that, so that's going to be a tight spot that we're going to see a lot of action tonight. But again, with the banking in the corners and how the draft works here, we should see, 2, maybe 3 groups. I really don't consider this track a heavy 3-wide track, but there's just enough room that you get to battling. We might see 3 lanes. Practice is almost wrapped up. We're going to be going to qualifying here. Practice has concluded. Checkered flag being shown. Kyle Curtis jumps to the top there at the end of that. A 30.95. And now everything's going to reset. We'll have an empty tower as we get ready. Oh, there it goes. Oh, time it did go down through sunset just a little bit. So sun won't be shining as much. Let's see what that says for the weather. 78 still. Okay. So still the same conditions, just not as much light on the track. Thank you. Looks like we have multiple trucks on track. This is group qualifying, which will be interesting. These guys are going to be able to get out in a pack. All right, changing it up here. A little bit of everything different here tonight. So yeah, group qualifying. This will be interesting. See the 57, 55, and 227, they're working together. They're going to try to do something. You got group qualifying, use the draft to set the grid, but you can't get any incident points. So no bumping, but you can draft. So I don't know if this is going to work out for some drivers. Sure it will, as we see Joey Tripp has gone to the top. Now the 27 has gone to the top. Oh, now the 90 right behind him. So these guys using the draft. They put down some fast laps. So how long do you do it? Do you do it for the whole session then? Because it doesn't look to be lap counted. It's not a standard 2-lap lone qualifying. It's just an open qualify. Dustin Bloodworth to the top in that 4 truck. Richard Ash there in 5th. This is going to change things up now with how you get to draft for qualifying. This is going to give some guys an opportunity to put down a really, really fast lap. See the 83 Kyle Curtis. He goes to P5. See, I think the 88 here is going to get a good lap. He's in tow. '04. Mason Wilson to the top. Nope. Changes again. Felix Hammer to the top on that lap. So yeah, pack qualifying. How about that? David Kamara, he goes up to P2. The leaderboard is flickering and changing by the lap here. This open qualify is different. These guys are having to find guys to work with, or at least utilize their draft in the right time to try to really set a killer time. And that's keeping that leaderboard changing. I mean, we just saw Richard was up to 8th a little while ago. Now he's in 15th, trying to get a pull off of the truck in front of him, the 19. Got the 5 in tow as well. Expect probably a good lap from both of these drivers here, getting that tow from the 19. Let's see. Waiting, taking forever to update. Nope, faster that time. They're all kind of in line right there, 16th, 17th, and 18th. Maybe this next lap turns something better. Right now the 68 is still up top, and we have 24 seconds left to go. Running out of time to set this grid. As we've had another driver, I think, register. We're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we're up to 30. All right, see if anybody jumps there. The 5 jumps up to 12th. But it looks like, unless something happens here in the next couple seconds, Felix Hammer is going to be our pole sitter for 31.001. As the session has remaining time, so it's even got time for you to finish your lap if you've already crossed the stripe like road course racing. How about that? There we go. The 04 back to the top. He gets his lap in. I think that might do it. I don't see any other changes. What a session. Congratulations to Mason Wilson, it looks like. He walks away with the pole for tonight. Wow, that was fun. That was exciting. An open qualify at a track like this where drafting is like a big key. That was awesome. We had what looks to be 23 drivers attempt to qualify out of 30. Now we're at the 31 drivers in the field. So let's go ahead and get things ready for the grid, which is going to happen right now. Let's go ahead and show that grid. So Mason Wilson with the pole. Felix Hammer will start on the outside of the front row. David and John on row 2. Tanner and Nicholas on row 3. We got Kyle and John on row 4. Jason and Todd on row 5. Dustin and Brady in the 5 truck on row 6. Further down the field, you got Joey and Jerome on row 7. Kyle Gilbert and Tyler East on row 8. Tyler Peters. And there's the 15 of Richard Ash starting on row 9. Mike Hardy and Tim Henderson in row 10. Daniel Butler, Nathan Bentley, row 11. Jared and Tyler Bentley on row 12. Further on down the field, you got Adam Thompson, Corey Lavallo, Logan Boone, Ron Holmes. Got Mike and Randy, and rounding out the field, Matthew Beatson. in the 69 truck will start shotgun to the field. Everybody's getting gridded up and ready to go and in their trucks. And again, tonight's race is 75 laps. Row 9, not so bad, Jessica. It is a, 75 laps is a short race, but it's a long race when it comes to the draft and how quickly things can change. About avoiding the carnage, the bad bumps, things like that. Heavy runs with the draft, big moves. We're going to see some exciting racing tonight. So 15 just got to keep that nose clean, stay out of trouble, and he's going to have a good chance tonight, having a really good finish. Pace truck's rolling off pit road, so is the field. We can see from the sky cam, they're just little ants on the track. Now pit road, again, the exit, you have to stay on the apron during racing conditions until you get to the blue line on the backstretch right there. And then pit road entry for green or yellow is pitting on the backstretch before you get to turn 3. There is a commitment cone and everything, and you have to stay below a line to make it around 3 and 4 on the apron, which is something NASCAR implemented in real life, so iRacing followed along with it. Now NASCAR has a pit road speed limit around the apron. iRacing does not, but there's that commitment cone, and you have to stay underneath that solid white line going all the way around 3 and 4. And then when you get to pit road, the speed limit line starts right before pit road there. So pit stops, got to make sure you do that right, or there's going to be black flags and penalties and everything else that comes under. So lot to keep an eye on in tonight's event. Hey Robert, good to see you, buddy. It is a different way of qualifying for sure. Here we go, pace truck's down, we're going to get to racing. Mason is going to lead us to green here. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at EchoPark Speedway. The 4 and the 68 get a great start. Let's see if they end up working together. If they stay side by side, 68 has a chance to get down. Doesn't look like he's going to immediately, as we see some positions changing behind him. Right now the field is staying mainly too wide. Everybody's given that room. Everybody's given that space right now. We're going to complete the first lap here. We'll pull up the tower and keep track of our gaps. Caution is out. Caution is out. We have a truck spun around. I'm looking to see who it is. Oh, it is the 83, Kyle Curtis. Let's go back and take a look, see what happens there. So the field is kind of almost 3 wide there, it looks like. 21's there on the outside, got the 90 on the inside. And the 21, their driver's going for the same space between the 83 and the 21. And there we go. That gets a clip on the right rear of the 83. He spins around, goes for a ride backwards against the wall. And that's going to bring out an early caution here for our first caution of the night. Looks like some heavy damage to the right front of that truck. The tire doesn't even look to be rolling right there as he's locked up. Looks like it's on top of the track. Could just be iRacing playing with me. But yeah, there's tire marks on the ground. Okay, so it's just iRacing playing with me. Locks it up and some damage, so he's going to have to get that fixed. Looks like he's going to make a run down pit road, followed by the 8 of Logan Boone. So again, follow around down the apron through the 3 and 4 to get to pit road. Just trying to find his pit stall. Pit's right there in front of the 21, I think. And fast repair definitely used there for the 21 and the 83. '21 rolls off pit road. I think we'll see the 83 here quickly catch up. All right, so we made it through lap 1, and then lap 2 we had a caution. Both cars have gotten full repairs. And now we will have a restart. Pace truck is leading this field. We should come around this time and get the 1 to green. Again, Mason Wilson leading the field. Let's see if this works. Nope, it does not. Wanted to ride with the pace car, but I can't. Alright, field is getting double file. We're getting ready for this restart. Hope you guys are ready. So it looks like 30. Oh, we got some blinking from our lead car. So let's go ahead and jump on P3. Let's jump on John Laney's truck, 38. We're gonna watch this restart. Oh, there's the War Eagle. Hello there. There's that beautiful voice I miss. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. Yes, yes. Love you too, War Eagle. And let's go to the blimp cam for this restart. The leader is having a blinking issue, so hopefully that doesn't fault him or cause any issues for the field tonight. So it looks to just be happening under caution, which the field is kind of packed and stacked all together. But now let's get ready for a restart here. From the blimp, we can see the whole field of 30 drivers. To the restart zone, it's on the leader, and boom, he fires away. We're back green here, racing at EchoPark Speedway. Great jump. 38 and 68 are battling for second right now. See the 27 taking a peek here on the inside as well. Again, if these guys get a chance to really kind of get built up and group up, you're going to see these guys get packs. They forgot to change their blinker fluid. Yes, they did. We see both lines. I mean, we're seeing momentum from that outside line right now as the 68 and the 02 and the 90 are all kind of growing up there on that outside. Up front, though, the 04 leads on the bottom line, but he's going to have a challenge from that 68 here pretty soon. If we look back from the back of the leader, he thought about going up, chose not to there. I think he blinked there. Now the 68 to the outside. Felix Hammer looking to battle for this lead. Getting help from the 02. Blink, blink. This is... Oh, the 02 into the wall. That's going to make it tough. Yellow is out. We have an incident in the back. Looks like the 99 and the 19 are involved. Let's go ahead and rewind this. Let's take a look. Looks like something may happen with the 19 at a corner exit here. Let's jump on board with the 19. Well, we'll just watch from here. Because it looks like, yep, the truck, yeah, this is that straightaway that it's flat, but it's sharp. You got to be ready to make that turn before the turn gets there. It looks like the truck gets uneasy, pushes up, bounces off the wall across the nose of the 99. Not sure if something else happened with the 19. Almost looked like something mechanical broke, and the truck just veered right and bounced off the wall. And collects the 99. Looks like the 99 gets, oh, that's a that's a black flag from iRacing just for how he crossed that commitment cone, but did make contact to the inside wall right there. Almost made it by that and probably would have maybe grazed the tire barrier. But as both trucks were able to come to a stop, nobody else looks to be involved. 99 is on pit road, and he does have a black flag and has used his fast repair. And here comes the leaders. I don't know if he's going to get off in time here. Let's see. I mean, it is really tight. We've got more cars coming down pit road. The back half of the field. I don't know if he... Yep, it is having him hold. He does go a lap down here, I believe. iRacing will tell him where to go, so he'll just have to slot in with the field. Yeah, Robert, that the 4 definitely. Let's see, what's my count so far? It's on here somewhere. He's at 9 already. We're on lap 9, and I'm car number 9. So 9's the lucky number. Yeah, 9 blinks already, full blinks. So something to keep an eye on as the race progresses, because when you blink out, nobody can see you. They don't know where to gauge you're at. You're not given a draft to the truck behind you. So that can cause some issues too. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as the night goes on. Right now, though, Felix Hammer leads this race. Let's see if some guys have gotten their info updated. He does not. Alright, so we won't use that kit. Not everybody's updated their driver info box in the software. So we'll just use the name and car number box. So blinking is when you see the car blink out. That's a server thing online. Yep, so it's just a connection issue. When he blinks out, nobody can see him. It can be due to internet connection. It can be due to your computer having a problem processing everything going on, and it affects your display on the surface. It's just there. He blinks a couple more times. While we've got a second, I guess I can take a look just to see if the entry screen still tells me. Ping and quality are good, so it doesn't look to be internet related, at least not right this second. Yeah, the open qualifying was pretty cool. And a track like this, it really worked. It was fun to watch, and the leaderboard changed so darn much. It wasn't just one car to watch either, right? Yeah, we weren't going one to the next to the next. We were seeing packs all throughout for 5 whole minutes. That was pretty fun. Pace truck is down into the restart zone we go, and Green is out. 68 with a good jump. He's going to get clear of the field. It's going to leave everybody behind to battle it out here. It looks like the 02 is going to try to get to second. 04 tucks into third, so that's single file for the first 3 spots. But man, that leader has gotten out there. I don't know if that's good or bad with the draft. That can cause some issues. Here comes a run. The 02 and the 04 and the whole field actually just coming right back at him. The 68 really can't defend that. So that momentum brings the field back, and right now the 02 is going to take the lead. Give it to David, with Mason right there behind him when he's not blinking. Boy, that car is blinking. Yeah, it's definitely having issues showing on our end. My hope is that it's affecting just my server, but I don't think it would. Usually it's not. It's everybody's having gets that, sees it at the same time. So, oh, yep, they're having a hard time gauging, and you see the 04 get sideways there, as the 90 was right there on the back of him when he did a blink, came back, and they were one for a second. Up front, David has that lead. Felix is there in second. We haven't been able to see a lot of things change up here. Not a lot of room for passing, but the whole pack is together. Go back to the blimp, see these trucks from a further distance. And we'll go hit kind of middle of the pack here just so we can see everybody. Ooh, we see the 69 get uneasy there in turn one. Checks up the outside line just a little bit. They all give each other room, so that was really good driving by multiple drivers there. Could have been a big wreck and was not. Again, right now we're just seeing too wide. Oh, we see is at the 57. I couldn't see who that was. I think it was. Oh, there's 3 wide. The 57 pushed up in the quad oval. The 9 gets by on the inside, though. 3 wide through 1 and 2. 57 gets back down behind him, so that was a close call. He definitely got a little uneasy there on the handling, and the truck kind of pushed up on him. Good job saving it and holding on to it. Oh, we got trouble. We have trouble. We have trouble. Looks like the 23 is involved. The 24, I think that is. The 01. Oh. And when we were watching from the corner of the camera, I thought I saw the 23 sideways, and that's exactly what it was. So coming through turn 4 here, looks like the 24 may have, let's see in real time, just slight contact. Run of momentum. 23's coming up, 24's coming back down. Maybe just took the air off there. The 23 gets sideways there, down into the 22. And then right back up across the nose of the 24. The 01 gets turned on the bottom by the 21 trying to drop low and avoid this incident. The 33 and the 4 also we see contact there. 33 and the 4 are going for a ride. Looks like the 33, he's heading for that pit road wall. He's heading for pit road. And that's going to be a penalty because he's speeding, bad entry, just caught in a wreck, you know. Gets it saved. A lot of trucks just with some contact. I think the 23, 24 were probably 2 of the worst tore up trucks there in that incident. With the 01 maybe with a little bit. Doesn't look bad. It's like just a spin. Pit road for these guys. Top 9 stay out. '24 actually has a meatball flag for that. The 02 has a black flag. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's go and take a look. I didn't see what happened. Have to be, looks like he was getting serviced. Not exactly certain on that one. They passed ahead of the pace car. I'm not sure what happened there with the timing of that, but unless the pace truck wasn't in the right spot maybe still when they came around. I'm not certain on that one. Boy, am I glad I'm not race control. All right. Up front, the 38 of John Laney is leading this race. .227's up there, Kyle Gilbert. So some strategies being played out here at least looking at right now the top 4 on track, the 38, 227, 15, and the 69 have not been on pit road yet. Everybody else has made a trip down pit road already. We're going to restart with 55 to go. What is that? 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. We're last on pit road. And 9th, I think, maybe. Last on pit road on lap 10, the last caution. And then 10th on back, just came down pit road. There's Rebecca in the chat. Go Laney. There we go. Fans are in the chat, guys. Come on. Let's see what happens on this restart. Pace truck's down. Into the restart zone they come. 38's in charge. Green flag is out. We are back racing. Pretty even restart there for both John and Kyle. They remain side by side as they head into turn 1. Bottom line's a little bit more formed up right now. We'll see the 15 and the 57 close in on the 38 here. Here comes the 69 on the outside with the 55 in tow. They're going to have a good run on the outside. We see the 02. Looks like he's dropping the pit road. He's got to serve a black flag. That quad oval, you see these trucks, they're late to the angle, and you see the snake of them. They're all trying to look for the best time to make that corner without turning down into somebody. That's where you make that mistake and you end up in the wall. So we got to keep an eye on these guys. Right now, Kyle Gilbert on the outside has the lead, but the 38, he's got the 15 in tow. They're hanging pretty tough here, but ooh, look at it. Oh, the trucks just kind of snake out towards the wall. Gotta be super careful trying to hit that quad oval shallow. Side by side, there's the 69 going by on the outside of the 38. Here comes the 55. Ooh, look at the move by the 69 as he cuts underneath Matthew Beatson going for the lead. He gets clear. Gets up in front of Kyle Gilbert. We have a new race leader. Great move going into 3. 55's looking at it. So it looks like, at least early on here, the outside line is definitely seems to be carrying more speed. You're not putting as much wheel into the truck. The momentum seems to be a little bit higher. And they are carrying out a little bit more. Yeah, it definitely right now looks like that outside line is where it's at. As we see the 55, Tyler Bentley up to the lead. Adam Thompson in second. They drop to the bottom. I don't know if that's the right call. Looks like the 55 is going to stay up high. The 68 looks higher. Now here we are, 3 wide for the lead. I said I didn't know how long it was going to take. Third of the way through the race. This is lap 25. Oh no, the 5, the 55, 47. Oh my goodness. Carnage. Carnage, and the 23's involved again. Poor guy. There's a lot of torn up trucks here. We're going to have to go back and take a look at this one. This was a bad caution. This is where that 3 wide starts to kick in. So we're going to run it slow. A bump from the 47 in the center to the 5. I don't think that starts it. But this is how things get going, the momentum. So then that gets the 5 underneath the 55 and not behind him. Cuts the 5 down into the 227. The 55 up into the 68. And just when you think the seas are going to part, nope, the 47 gets collected. Everybody else, there's the 15. Oh, Richard is trying to save it there. 47 rolling on his side. The 94 into the side of the 15. Just carnage everywhere. A hard hit into the outside wall for the 15. 62, the 9. Looks like some other truck's able to avoid it. The 23 gets caught in that. That was a lot of rough hits for some guys, and the carnage just keeps going. The 14 trying to get through that. Looks like he's going to be clear, and then boom! Just a little bit of contact netcode-wise from the 62. Cuts the 14, and he has to lock up and right in front of the 04. This is where we need the 04 to blink, and he doesn't. And contact there. So a lot of trucks tore up in that one. That was rough. Let's go back live. Pit stops happening. Got a lot of trucks on pit road, either with damage, strategy. I think that was the 24 getting a go around, maybe the lucky dog. That, I think, puts him one lap down. The 01 is leading. Corey Lavallo up front. Tyler East in second. Daniel Butler third. Kyle Curtis in fourth. Mason Wilson rounds out the top 5, maybe. Oh, I see it changed now. Where did he go? Oh, where's he going? Looks like he's going to the back. Not sure what happened there. Again, we don't have comms on. I've got that turned off. They've got somebody else doing race controls, so I'm just bringing broadcast coverage, and cannot hear everything. So we've got that turned down. So I can't even talk in the lobby. So got that turned off so we can just focus on that. So I'm not certain what happened. I don't see a flag or anything notated, but I'm guessing an EOL there for him as he goes to the back. Up front, this restart is going to fall on Corey in charge. This field follows the pace truck down the backstretch. We're going to restart with 46 laps to go. This is our 4th caution of the night. Currently, I'm waiting for standings to update, so it makes it a little bit easier. Looks like 24 drivers on the lead lap. Pace truck jumps down. Restart is in the hands of Corey in the 01 into the restart zone. Green flag, here we go. Got the 33 of Daniel Butler on the inside behind him. Inside line gets a good restart because the leader has that choice in the restart zone. So we're seeing the inside get a good start, but then the outside builds momentum. And that's where I think that outside line is just going to be stronger overall. So we just got to see if anybody else is paying attention to that, or if I'm just seeing things and maybe the bottom comes in and that's more consistent. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. We have a caution in the back. Looks like the 5 has some damage. I'm not sure what happened there. the 69. That's who it was. Okay, so there was a caution that came out here. Looks like the 69. Let's get on his truck. So entering turn 3. Does not have a rear bumper cover. And that truck gets unhappy. The spoiler is damaged in the back, so maybe not all the handling and grip downforce there. And then the 15. Oh, just he gets sideways though. Dang it. I thought he was just going to get by the 94 in the back of him. 69, the 9, the 04. Looking to see if anybody else is involved in this one. Tough break for a lot of drivers. There's a 15, Richard Ash, up next to the wall. He gets straightened. I can tell there's some damage, but I don't think it's that bad. Let's go back and see. We're going to jump on board. Yeah, entering the corner, the 69 just gets loose. I don't know if that has to do with the damage to the back of the truck. The 15 definitely makes some contact. But yeah, the left front fender's got some damage on that 15. See the tires fully exposed. I don't think he's come down pit road this time. Maybe he has. Let's double check. Nope, he was on the pit road last caution, so he has not come down this time. But with that damage, he may have to. I know, looks like he's used his fast repair, the one fast repair, to get the car back to 100%. So I have to keep an eye on Richard and see what happens. Chris, I hear you there, bud. Yeah, everybody's just got to be patient. But again, we were getting some damaged trucks, and that last caution looked like it was possibly started by no rear downforce on the back of that 69 truck. He didn't have a rear bumper cover or tailgate, and the spoiler was damaged, so I'm just wondering if that was more downforce created. The field is getting double file. Again, beautiful night here in Atlanta. Field is getting lined up double file. The crowd is in full force. Shout out to the fans at the track, at home, those of you watching. Thank all of you. Please make sure to give a like for tonight's video. Subscribe if you haven't. And share it with your friends. Unique Motorsports League really appreciates everybody that joins in and is a part of this weekly broadcast. Great opportunity for them and their league. And if you're looking to do some racing, if you're looking for a league, your iRating's under 3,500, I think it is, or 3,400, I can't remember the. Come on in. I can't remember the cap off the top of my head. I apologize. I think it was 32 or 3,500, but I can't remember. Alright, we're going to jump on the rear bumper of the leader into the restart zone. See if Corey gets a good restart here. And into the restart zone, and we are back racing. Green flag is out. 42 laps to go in tonight's event. Right now, it looks like that outside line may have gotten a better start. Out there side by side. Daniel Butler has Nicholas Hebrank right behind him. They might be able to get momentum off of turn 2 here as Daniel Butler goes for the lead. The outside of Corey Lavallo. Looks like the 33 gets clear. And he is staying up there on the top with the 27 right in tow. They are nose and tail. They're bumper to bumper. Oh man, that is so sketchy in the corner. But then we got 3 wide behind them. 27 stuck in the middle now. 33 maybe going up in front of the 62 to defend. Doesn't seem to be comfortable up in that third line, so the 62 gets down behind the 33. Daniel Daniel Butler still up front, but the 01, here he comes. Corey to the inside. Side by side throughout the field. Give you a feel of speed right on the spoiler cam. '62 with a good push there. He's staying connected to the 33. And we're seeing the 22 trying to get closer to the 01, try to carry that momentum. Like I said, that outside line showed poise and kind of the momentum a couple runs ago, but now we're seeing that inside line holding strong as the 01 and 22 try to prevent that high line from getting up and clear and checking out. See, the handling in these trucks is not happy. Swirling all over the place here. Really close with the 27 and 22. Woo-hoo. That spoiler cam may not make it through this race. Outside line just gaining a little bit of momentum. But now that's our lead pack. We've split off into 2 packs. So the lead pack is, what is that? A top 14. Rounded out by the 15 of Richard Ashe. And then you have another group back here. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 trucks in this group. Back up front, we're seeing this outside line really trying to do their thing. That inside line says, no, we are here as well, side by side throughout this front pack, battling for this lead. 37 laps to go. We are past halfway now. Look how close, the 62 right on the rear bumper of the 33. Look at that. What about that shot? Daniel Butler making it happen on that outside lane. Corey Lavallo making it happen on that inside lane, and everybody else staying in tow too wide throughout this pack. Great side-by-side racing as it looks like the 01 with a good run there through the front stretch. Gets clean and clear for the lead. Move Corey back up front. That inside line showing some momentum, something we didn't see earlier. We are seeing it now. Now here comes the outside. Oh, contact 33 and 22 door to door. I think they're going to be okay. That was a close call for both, but great driving, great save by both drivers. They both carry on. Jessica in the chat, let's go Todd Cray. Where is Todd Cray? There he is. He's in this lead group. Hanging back here in the back in that 94 truck. He's waiting for something to happen. Let's jump on that spoiler cam with him. Let's go roof cam. See the action. Just see these trucks squirrely. Just how they're all snaking around this front stretch. This lead pack has pulled away from that second pack by a little bit, and then we've got 3 trucks scattered around the track, as you can see on the track map. Now we've got, ooh, is that the 83 coming up there? Outside line starting to build strength again. The second group has split up into 2 groups now. We've got, ooh. Shot down by the 94. Come back and take a look. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks. The 4, the 69, the 55, and the 04. Checked out on that other pack. 57, the 9. There's the 8 in there. The 64, who was on his side earlier. The 21. And let's see, who else is back there? The 68, Felix Hammer, who is a few laps down right now. pack. 14 cars deep. That second pack of 4 staying in line is catching. Let's see what our interval is right now. 1.8 and closing. So these guys are working together and they are catching this main pack down to 1.5 between 14th and 15th. So they are coming. Working together, staying in line. While this lead pack has stayed side by side. 1 and the 34 have gotten together on the outside lane with the 33 in tow. 22.227 in the 62. Tyler East going for that lead. The inside of Corey Lavallo. Yep. We're gonna have a we're gonna go from a 14 car main pack to an 18 truck main pack. Very short. Corey Lavallo doing a great job working and fighting for this lead. He's led 13 laps so far tonight. I believe by looking at my stats, that is the most of anybody so far. Tyler has led 1 lap, looking to lead more on that inside line as he gets a great push from Kyle Gilbert. And that puts them side by side for the lead. Looks like the 22 is going to edge out just a bit here through 3 and 4, but then does that outside momentum help the 1? And, ooh, that was close. Give that one to the 22. Tyler East needs that lap. 27 laps to go. What's going to happen back here in the back? These guys are catching, so the 4's about got the draft. You're going to see these 4 trucks. Where are they going to go when they catch this main pack? Are they going to stay in tow, take their time, or are they going for a move? Like I said, we know 3 wide's possible. It's just not the best fit. Usually creates issues, but doesn't mean that they can't do it. So we're going to have to see what kind of moves are going to happen as that pack is catching. They are there. It's Tyler East in that 22 truck doing a great job on the inside. He goes to lead another lap possibly. Let's see. Nope. Corey's going to get him that time. That's 14 laps for Corey. Corey and Adam working well there on that outside line. Jason Palmer right behind them. I'm telling you, you find your friends, work together, things happen. And the leaders are catching a truck. That is the 5. Grady is by himself, damaged nose and all. He's going to jump down to the apron and let these guys by. Stand-up move by the 5 team. Trying to run your own race. You don't want to go a lap down, but the momentum in this kind of style of racing is really tough. So, great move by the 5 truck. Dropping down and letting these guys get by and keep racing. See that the pack kind of split up here. The 99 and the 04. Looks like the 33 maybe had an issue. He's lost that main pack. Daniel Butler in trouble. Not sure what happened there. Up front though. Battle side by side. Something happened to Corey. What happened to Corey? Corey to pit road. Was that scheduled? He got clear down the backstretch and turned down. Yeah. Oh, but we've got caution. We have a caution out. Not sure where. Let's see. The 47 may be involved. There we go. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Coming off. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? I did not ask for that. Looks like the 47's coming off pit road. Trying to hug the apron and not get up on the banking. And then looks like it may get right there on the edge of that seam. And that truck just comes around. Slides up, he locks it down. Off the racing surface, but spins the opposite way in front of traffic. And NASCAR said that is a caution. Reset the field, go back at it. So that catches the 01 in a bad spot. He was on pit road getting service. I'm pretty certain. Yep, 1 lap down. So green flag pit stops, that's kind of how it's going to work, but he's still going to fall a lap down. So that's going to hurt him. Looks like the 33 maybe had done the same thing here. Yeah, he was just on pit road as well. So maybe get some wave rounds here with the leaders all pitting. This might work out in some drivers' favor. Looks like the 5's going to get the lucky dog. So that should get Brady back on the lead lap. I don't know about these other trucks. I think if they stay out, they're going to have the option to take the wave around when we get one to go next time by. And we're looking to see who's going to win the race off pit road. Give that to Tim Henderson in the 62 truck. He comes out P1 in front of Tyler East, Tyler Peters. There's the 27. Kyle Gilbert, Jason Palmer, Todd Cray, Tanner Cobb, Richard Ash in the top 10, running 9th. Still got that damage to that left front fender, but truck's doing what it needs to. Adam Thompson rounds out the top 10. All right, looking to see how this is going to work out as we are, I mean, we're in that, right now we're at 20 to go. We're going to come around for 19, restart with 18 laps to go. This is where you start to feel, okay, it's a shootout. 68's coming down pit road this time. The 33 does stay out, the 01 and the 24. I think those 3 drivers will get the wave around here to go by the pace truck once it's crossed the start-finish line. That's what we're expecting, which that would give us 22 drivers on the lead lap here. So there's the spot by, and then order confirmed. The 33, the 01, and the 24 all get the wave around, and then the field is going to double file up, and these guys just got to go around and catch field. Get their lap back for not pitting there, and all the leaders pit, so that gave them the opportunity to get that wave around. So that strategy of pitting right before the caution come out bit those guys, but then they lose their track position, but they do get that lap back. So there you go, Jessica Ash. Yes, let's go 15. I hear ya. Let's go, Richard. Let's do it. Running in the top 10. Right now, our biggest mover in this race, up 19 spots from where they started, is our leader, Tim Henderson, up 19 spots. Again, we're going to restart with 18 laps to go. This is our 6th caution of the race. Right now, when we do our race recap, we've had 6 cautions for 18 laps, 12 lead changes. Pace truck is coming down. 62 in charge. Green flag is out. He gets a great jump. Good job by the leader. That's a great jump. The 88 in tow. Tyler Peters in second, pushing that 62. Field's definitely a little bit more strung out on this restart. It's not as stacked. We've got still 2 lines, but the higher line is not as built up. Now they're starting to form up. And 62 goes up there to defend. Maybe wants to push from the 22 here through 3 and 4. Tight confines as they come out of turn 4. 62 is going to lead that lap. 17 to go. Tyler's battling for second. Move the 22, Tyler East, up to second. Tyler Peters to third, but now he's got the 27 to his outside. This outside line again, the 22, oh no! Tyler Peters sliding. I can't catch him, there he is. He goes for a slide to the infield. No caution for that. That was a tough break for the 88 as we saw the 22 getting squirrely there in 3 and 4. The 27 was a little squirrely there. And then right there, boom, the truck gets loose, comes down, and sends the 88 for a ride through the infield. He comes back out on track. Such a tough break. Put himself in position here at the end of the race, and he just got shunted down the front stretch, through the grass, down to pit road, and then he comes out. And he is a quarter of a lap ahead of this lead pack, which now is everybody. Tim Henderson leads. We've got double file throughout. Let's see all the great racing. There's the 15. I think that damage to the left front just slowing him down just a little bit. Probably needs to get in behind somebody and use the draft. I think that would help that truck. Richard runs 16th right now. But again, we've got this pack all the way. 18 trucks on the lead lap in this pack. Daniel Butler is just coming off pit road. Not sure what happened there. 5 is on pit road serving a penalty. Yeah, there were some penalties there that we didn't know about. Hurt some drivers. Back up front. 13 laps remain, the 62 and the 227. Kyle Gilbert edging out for this lead on the inside of Tim Henderson. What a great battle up front we have. There's that 55. Tyler Bentley's back. I hope y'all haven't forgotten about me. Here I am. Right behind him, there's the 99. Ron Holmes. Tight confines there. You got to be careful. These guys are just inches from what could be a bad mistake or an incident. So, see the 47's up here. Where's he at? I saw him. Where's he at? Okay, Randy is in this lead pack. Still not on the lead lap, but cutting, chopping noses. Oh, man. That truck just doesn't look happy, but we have a caution. We have a spin. The 21 is around. 69 involved as well. Oh, what happened here? So when the 47 comes down and cuts in front of the 24, he checks up. Looks like we've got 3 wide at the time behind them, but the 34 has a big checkup here as the 69's to the outside of the 14. Right here, I think the 34, yeah, he comes down a bit for the corner and backs down, moves him right back to the 69. 69 just into the rear bumper. So the 34 tries to save it. The truck turns down, makes contact with the 94, who looks like he's going to get sideways here and right up the track in front of the 69 and 14. Collects the 69. Oh, look at that truck in the air. Oh, lands on the 15. Oh, Richard can't catch a break. Oh man, that was a tough one. We're gonna go to that roof cam. I want to watch this in slow motion from the 15 because he got a shot. So we see the 94 just that contact. He gets sideways, tries to correct it. Look at him up in the air, right over. Bounces off the 15. Just hang time. Hang time. That 94 truck, Todd Cray. Let's rewind. Let's jump in the cockpit of the 94. Oh, hard contact. Boom, up. Up in the air. I can see my house from there, on the side, on the top. Lands it on all four wheels. And pulls it down. Looks like he didn't have any steering. Maybe the motor shot. Yep. Dang. He's all right. That was a rough ride. So that is our 7th caution of the night. Tim Henderson is our leader. We're going to be restarting here in the single digits. It's getting down to crunch time. And right now, enough of the field has had trouble. I mean, just trying to avoid what you can here. As I'm looking, right now we've got 15 for sure, 16 places on pit road, and I don't know if he's going to get off in front of the leaders right now. I don't see enough movement, so yeah, that's going to give us 15 on the lead lap. So a top 15 for out of 30 drivers. You know, it's half the field that's had trouble. Something go wrong, still a lap down. We've had more than that. There's guys who've had trouble that are still on the lead lap, but now we got to figure out what's going to happen for this handful of laps. It has been better. It has been better than the previous races, but we haven't gotten to that green, white, checkered section yet. So I'm still a little worried, but hey, they've done a good job trying to hold it together here tonight. Again, large fields, man. This league has brought together large fields every race so far. It's been a great start with a really challenging start of tracks. And next week we go to a road course. So hold on tight. It's only going to get better. You guys put a really awesome schedule together and just ready. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are as well. All right, so now we're caught back up, double file. Restart with 7 laps to go. Right now, Tim Henderson has the lead, but he's going to have Tyler Bentley to his outside on the front row. Behind them, Kyle Gilbert, Ron Holmes to the restart zone. What kind of start does the 62 get here? Good start. Going to get clear of the 55. Let's see what happens between this front 2 rows here, because we're going to see the 62 goes up. Looks like he's going to hang that air in front of the 55 as the 227 tries to get up there to get some of that air. 34 is coming off pit road right there. Here comes a run from the 55. He's going to go right to the rear bumper of the 62. They stay hooked up. Here comes the 99. Ron Holmes, I think he's going to join that group and stay in line most likely. We'll see. Got 6 laps to go. This is where it's at. Up front, Tim Henderson leads. Tyler Bentley, Ron Holmes, Kyle Gilbert, and Tanner Cobb are your top 5. We have a yellow. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Looking for the slow car. Looks like it may involve the 04. I'm looking. There he is. Mason Wilson has crashed. Let's see what happened here. We're going to go to our side cam here. Just keep an eye. His truck got a little bit of damage in the rear. That spoiler's a little flying V in the back, but the 47 gets into the right rear. Not a square bump, just kind of into the right rear. Gets the 04 down the track. Looks like he's trying to save it. Left front fender's gone to that truck, so you can see him working the wheel going back and forth. He's trying to correct it right in front of the 33. Great avoidance by the 33. Same thing here. Looks like the 5 might be able to get by, but here it is. The 04 starting to turn. Oh, the 5 just gets by as the 04 tries to get squared up, and still a hard hit to the inside wall. You see the sparks, and he's just along for the ride at this point. The truck is unhappy, and he goes for a slide, locks it down, and that is the source of our caution. Tough break for Mason. See the 34 go by there. All right, 8th caution. I can tell you one thing that I can see here is that we're at 4 to go, 3-2. So this is going to be a natural. What should be a natural green-white checker. This doesn't count as a green-white checker. So as you can see down on the left side of the tower there, we still are at 15, showing 15 trucks on the lead lap currently. We're going to come around this time, and we should get 1 to green, and that's going to be 3 to go, and then we're going to restart with 2 to go in regulation. So this will be a natural attempt at a green-white checkered. Again, this series has 3 if needed. So we have 3 in case there's cautions before the leader takes the white flag. If the leader takes the white flag, this race will go on without a yellow to the checkered flag. So what do you expect here? Do we expect the calm restarts that have seen these guys be able to put in a couple laps? Or are we going to see 3 wide as quick as possible as guys maybe try to change, try to change the outcome of the end of this event and try to better their position, knowing that it's such a short run? So lights are off on the pace truck. Field is going to get double file. Tim Henderson does lead. Tyler Bentley, they'll restart 1-2. Ron Holmes will be in 3rd. Kyle Gilbert in 4th. And Nicholas there in the 27. Been fast this season. He's going to restart, he's going to restart P6. Sorry, the 90 is going to restart P5. Tanner Cobb. They're going back and forth on my standings as they pass each other under the pace truck. So here we go. Again, 15 trucks on the lead lap, battling it out. We've got a handful of trucks. We've got the Butlers in 16th and 17th battling for that lucky dog spot if there is a caution. Randy and Daniel. I think Felix is a couple more down yet. So 23 trucks still on track, it looks like. Handful of trucks out of the race. All right, so this is it. Hold on tight. Pace truck's going to veer down here out of turn 4. And we're going to go back to racing. Tim Henderson to the restart zone, in charge of this restart. And he gets a good jump. Going to get clear of the 55. Gets up there in front of him again. So now these guys are going to try to work together, I think. Comes Kyle Gilbert in 3rd. He takes a peek to the outside, maybe. Nope, he's going to stay in line. 55 is pushing that 62 all the way down the front stretch. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. The 99's down on the apron. Then we're seeing 3 wide back here behind the lead. Oh, close call, close call. Up front, though, the 62 has the lead, but here comes Kyle Gilbert. He has a run on the outside by Tyler. Here comes the 24. He looks to the outside, up into the wall. bumping, banging. Oh no, Kyle Gilbert gets spun out of turn 4. They are wrecking. Tim Henderson's going to bring home the win. Jerome Barnes in second. Tyler Bentley in third. Tyler Peters fights back for a P4. Logan Boone with the top 5 in that 8 truck. Kyle Gilbert gets spun out of turn 4, comes home P6. He was on toast, right there for a podium. Tyler East in 7th. Nathan Bentley in 8th. Tanner Cobb in 9th. Dustin Bloodworth in 10th. Richard Ash just outside the top 10 in 11th. There was a lot going on in that final out of turn 4. There was a lot of contact. A lot of trucks get kind of tore up here, so we're going to take a look at it from this standpoint. Actually, we got to rewind a little bit more, because first off, the 27 gets, I mean, he still gets 6th. He's getting turned. He gets sideways here across the, like the 24 gets in the back of him, and he gets sideways into the 55. The 01 comes along into the back of the 55, and then his truck gets uneasy, but look, the 227 still going forward into the door of the 57, and then here's where the other trucks just get tore up. The 01 into the 227. The 88 sneaks by for P4. The 8 sneaks by for P5, and the 227 crosses in reverse to get that finish. The 01, oh no, not Corey, no. Corey Lavallo, that turn puts him up into the wall. The truck gets up into the fence even maybe here. Let's see. He catches. Oh my goodness. Look at the air. Hang on a second. Let's jump on with the 83. He's going to have a really good shot of this. Oh, I went too fast. Right there. Oh, the truck gets up on the up in the air, and then just the contact shoots it through the sky. Wow. Oh, lands on the roof. Oh, that was a hard hit. That was tough. Wow. A lot of trucks tore up on that one. All right, well, that's going to do it for the race. We've got interviews to do, though. The night is not over. We're going to get things set up here and get ready for some interviews. So let's go back a few laps so we can get the slow-mo working. Let's get the, let's go. Chase cam. Let's turn her down a little bit here. There's that. And then we're going to go ahead and get our driver info box up, because we got to start by talking to third place. That's going to be Tyler Bentley. Let's get Tyler in there. I see him in the booth, the waiting room. Let's get him down here and chat with him.
Run.
Tyler, it's Jason in the booth. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off by pulling you in. Congratulations on bringing it home P3. You and Tim were working real well together there, and looked like you guys got separated there, and a real strong run by the 227 of Kyle Gilbert kind of broke that up a little bit, and then we had a little bit of carnage, and you find yourself able to avoid that carnage there coming out of turn 4 and bring it home P3. So first off, congratulations on the top 3 finish tonight. Atlanta seemed to be some pretty decent racing for pack racing, but what did you think of the night and your race, and anything, I mean, with that last restart, could have done different, changed your outcome at all, or are you pretty happy with P3?
All in all, pretty happy with it. I mean, I kind of had an up and down race. I started towards the tail, and we had some cautions there, and I kind of pit and then worked my way kind of naturally forward from staying out under yellow. And I got there, got up front, led a couple laps, I felt like, and tried to manage the field, but they kind of swallowed me up, and I didn't have anywhere really to go, and I got turned up front there and caused kind of a big crash when I got turned, and I don't know exactly what happened. I got to go back and take a look at it here after the interview, but and then fell back to the back. I had to use my fast repair, obviously, that we have. because the truck was destroyed. So then that was really kind of early on, and then I hung around in the back, just trying to stay at the tail of the draft and not lose it and lose touch with everything. Um, Rode around back there, and then we get to about 20 to go, and I was like, all right, time to start working back towards the front. Tim was already up here, and I got slotted in the outside line in one of those restarts, and I just kind of took the runs that the outside was getting and pushed my way all the way up to Tim's bumper, and we get to the end of this thing, and that natural green white checkered we had, and I was talking to the teammates, and of course Tim's in there, and I said, well, as long as one of us wins it. But yeah, that final run that the 227 had, I wanted to go up and block him when we were going into turn one on the final lap, but I felt like I was attached to the 62 for
Yep.
my teammate, and I felt like if I abruptly swerved right to try to block the 227, I didn't know how Tim's truck would react, and I didn't want to jeopardize accidentally turning him
Right.
to block the 227. So I just stayed low and told Tim, "You're going to have to block the run of the 227 because he's going to have it through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway." And then they side drafted me, and that really pulled me back, and I didn't have any run going down into turn 3. And then the 227 and 24, I think, were playing some games, and 24 trying to go way high, and then the 227 get turned out of turn 4. I made contact with him, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And then come across the line in third. I mean, I really couldn't ask for a better finish. I'm glad one of my teammates definitely got the win here for sure.
Right, right. And that's, I mean, we talked about it last week. I mean, when you guys are in this position, hey, one of the teammates has got to win. One of the teammates has got to come out on top. And you guys were there here at the end. The last, what, 2 or 3 restarts, we saw, the perfect restart. The 62 gets the jump, gets past start finish line, comes up, collects with you, and you guys kind of powered on. You even had the 99 there. You guys
Yep.
were working well together, and that's kind of what we were looking for as we saw how the night was progressing. Where are these guys going to find each other? And you find your friends, you find your teammates, and try to work through this field, because we saw what looked to be like the high line had more momentum. Certainly early on, middle of the race, we saw both lines kind of stay even with each other. It didn't seem like one side had a better push than the other, but it definitely looked like when it came time, the high line was the better line. Anything at least I wasn't in the truck, but at least from what I can see, it looks like that high side was just definitely better for carrying that momentum, not having to have as much wheel in the truck. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like at most, or the super speedways we visit, Daytona, Talladega, and now Echo Park, I feel like the outside you can carry more momentum because I feel like you can kind of side draft a bit of the inside, and then with how close we run, the inside line wants to hug the out of bounds line,
Yep.
which is normal, and you can kind of pinch off in a way the inside line just ever so slightly, and you can kind of hurt their runs. So if you can get to the outside line, I feel like you can go forward for sure because you can side draft and play like those small games that everybody plays, and,
Right.
and use it to your advantage to move forward. So for sure, the outside line does prevail. I feel like even if as a teammate, us and our teammates, if we get to the front, we try to run the outside line
Yep.
and give away the inside line because we know how it is if we run down there. So we try to give it up and we'll stay on the outside line just because of that reason.
Well, I think that can help too, certainly when you're with your teammates or people you can trust, right? When you're on that outside
Right.
lane and you don't have to run right next to the wall, you don't have to defend against somebody trying to make it 3 wide. So you have that little bit more control. I guess, like you said, you can pinch off the exit a little bit from the bottom line, use your momentum, and then you don't have to worry about so much about that third line, because we saw the third line come together a couple times tonight, but it seemed like when it did, obviously that's where incidents happened, right? It's just hard here at this
Mm-hmm.
track, specifically because of it's just tight. It's super tight for 3 wide. But you guys did a great job. It was fun to watch. It was a great race there. You guys had a great finish, and again, congratulations on getting that P3 tonight. Before I let you go, I'm going to give you the floor. Anybody want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, my family watching, mom, dad, sister at home, my wife if she's tuned in tonight. So all of them, big thanks to them for, of course, supporting me and letting me do this on a weekly basis just to have fun and race because it's one of my passions. And big shout out to all of my teammates as well. You know, we work really well together and help and try to ensure if we end up in the front at one of these things, one of us gets the win.
Well, you guys did a great job of that tonight. It was fun to watch. So, teammates between yourself and Tim, back to back, 2 weeks in a row. Next week we go to a road course, so we will see you back here next Wednesday night. Okay, bud?
Absolutely. I cannot wait. I love road course racing.
Well, it ought to be exciting. It's Watkins Glen. It's one of the best tracks on the circuit for these NASCAR cars overall. I just enjoy that track. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a great race. So we'll see you next week and maybe be talking to you at the end of that one. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Hope so. Take
All
care.
right. Take care. That's Tyler Bentley. That is P3 tonight. Let's get Jerome in here. Let's talk to P2. Jerome, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do.
All right, man. You bring that 24 truck home P2 tonight. It took everything of you to get back to the front and get up there and battle for this for this podium, and you did a great job coming home and getting that
Yes.
second place tonight. Tell us about your race and Atlanta overall, kind of how, we saw a lot of drivers like yourself, ups and downs, getting caught up in a wreck and, getting contact, using fast repair. But what was it like from your perspective about how tonight went and how you were able to bring it home P2 tonight?
So started with the race, open qualifying, which was weird to me. I was like, "Whoa, we're doing this," and I went 14th. So I got the first caution of the day. It went to me, and I was fast preparing. I thought I was going to be done. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it's going to be one of these races again for the fourth week in a row." So after that, I just stayed in the back, went half throttle, and just waited till the last few laps, and I was ninth, and I was like, "Okay, last restart, let's go," and I ended up getting P2. So I love EchoPark though. I love Atlanta. I love drafting tracks. That's one of my specialties. I was third in Daytona
Yep.
and ran out of fuel. And I was like, well, that's one of my good tracks going. So I got to put a P2 for EchoPark.
Yeah, well, you did a great job tonight, man. Making that run there at the end and doing what you needed to do to be up there at the front. Certainly with the early trouble, you burn a fast repair early, and you're like, ooh, how's the rest of this race going to go? And you got to be a little bit cautious. But when it came time, I mean, clean truck here at the end, did what you needed to do, and brought it home with a great finish. So, congratulations on a great job and that podium finish. Next week we go to Watkins Glen. We're going to do some road course racing. What do you think about that?
You'll see me on the track, but you won't talk to me. I'll tell you that. I am not a road courser at all. I am a strictly oval guy.
Okay.
I'm a rookie still in that series. I've been like 10 starts and they none of them go well. So not looking forward to it. I got a lot of
Uh,
time ahead of me.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, it's not the cup of tea for everybody, but you know what? We'll see what happens, and we'll see how it ends up. But nonetheless, we wish you the best. And hopefully you can, mitigate the troubles that come with road course racing when it's not one of your specialties. And hopefully we'll be talking to you back here in the booth soon. But before I let you go, I'm going to give you the floor as I do everybody. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Of course, my family, my Dukes. Shout out to Bentley, Ohio kid, just like me, both from Ohio. Shout out to Chris Tim getting the win. Shout out to G's Garage. That's people I race with, G, James, and all those guys. Watching the race, Tyler. So shout out to all those guys out there, man. Love y'all.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it, man, and congrats again on that. Excuse me, on that P2 finish, and we'll see you again next week, and hopefully be talking to you. Maybe not next week, but here in the near future when we get back on an oval. Okay, bud.
Of course,
All right. You have a good night.
you as well.
Thank you. That is Jerome Barnes in the 24. He finished P2 tonight. Now we get to bring the winner up here. Let's get Tim up here. Tim, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got a copy. What's going on?
What's going on, man? This is becoming a rhythm. I'm getting to talk to you and Tyler almost every week now. We're starting to become friends. First off, congratulations on bringing home that W tonight. There's nothing better than a victory. There's nothing better than a victory at a drafting track like EchoPark Speedway. You really had a really good truck tonight. And you ended up, I believe, I'm just checking my stats. You did walk away leading the most laps in a 75 lap race. You led the 20 laps, which was the most of anybody tonight. So first off, congratulations on the win. Second off, tell us how did you do it? How did you get this win tonight? You were also one of our biggest movers from qualifying. You were up 19 spots from where you qualified. So what did you have to do to survive tonight and be here at the end when it mattered?
Oh, to be honest with you, it was crazy. It was truly crazy. At the end of the race, it was all. I got put in position. I don't remember what lap it was. Oh, geez, it was maybe late. It was late. It wasn't 20 laps to go late, but somewhere in there, I just got tired of running like 13th or whatever, and I was on the high side. Nobody was really making any moves, so I just stuck it up on the high side, and I don't know what happened between the other two lanes, but I ended up going all the way up to second in line on the outside, and probably should have just took the run all the way. I didn't want to be too greedy though, and I probably could have just led from there. But I ended up taking no tires, just fuel only. Packed it a little more heavy when we had that second to last yellow, I think it was, with like 20-ish to go.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little too much fuel on it, but you kind of have to at this place, because was it not last week that I said it's a wild card?
Yep, you did, and that's the thing. It's a wild card, and again with the theme that we had starting the season, green white checkers are always open and available when it comes to EchoPark Speedway, which is now 2 races in a row. We haven't needed any, so congrats to everybody. We had a bit of a cleaner race tonight. I think it's our fewest cautions in an event so far this season, 4 weeks in. But you have to be prepared for anything because you don't know how it's going to come out. So I think that's a good call. When it comes to strategy, you got to make sure you've got a little extra in the tank just in case.
That's for sure. Last run, I was definitely getting a little loose. I probably could have took 2, but it wouldn't have put me out up 4 spots into the lead to lead the last 20. So I'm glad I didn't take tires.
Yeah, well, that definitely seems to be, part of the what you would call the strategy call to win the race. And then, we have a few restarts down the run where you and the 55, you reverse spots on these restarts where you're up front this week, he's starting second, or, right there beside you, you're getting the call in the restart zone. You go. You get up in front of him going into turn 1, and you see you guys working together. You even had the 99 up there with you there as well. You guys were, once you got all together, you guys really found each other and looked like, we're making good headway on defending and running, that higher line and kind of holding position on that final restart. We saw the 227 get to the outside of Tyler and get in a position to where that run was coming, and you had to kind of move up and defend on that. But at the end, it works. You hold off all comers, and you bring the 62 truck home P1 tonight and get that checkered flag. So great job tonight, man. It was a fun race to call. It's like I said, it's getting familiar with everybody. I'm again making new friends every week, and now I've made I'm getting to talk to you and Tyler back to back and races. So like I said, it's getting to be frequent, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again here real soon. Next week we go to Watkins Glen. I know we talked a little bit about, I always like to ask, drivers going into the next week, what do you think of your chances going into that track? I talked to Tyler. He's ready for some road course racing. What about you? How do you feel about that?
I'll have to get with Tyler at some point this week just to get my marks down again at Watkins Glen. I'm not the greatest road course racer. I can get around, just not quite at the pace he can. I got some work to do in that department, but other than that, I still think I can not compete with him, but possibly I'm hoping a top 3. If I don't get a top 3, it's a loss for me. I might as well just get DQ'd because that's my home track, dude. I've been going there for 20 straight years.
Well, you better show up. You better show up then. If that's your home track, yeah. And I'm looking here. I obviously have your nameplate up here at the bottom from Syracuse, New York. Yeah, that is your home track. You got to show up. So, hopefully you have a good week of preparation and you can, bring the heat next week and have a good run. And Watkins Glen is, I mean, every time I go to a road course, even in my league, and I ask drivers like, what do you, it's always, it's almost like, almost a 50-50%, half the drivers like, yeah, I love road course racing, or they're pretty decent at it. And the other half are like, yeah, I mean, I'll do it, but I feel like it's just not my forte. They don't do enough of it overall. And so you always see kind of the contrast throughout the field, right? And you have your fastest, you have your mid pack, and then you have your tail end. But if everybody, coexists on the track and gives respect and space, it usually turns into some pretty good racing on road course races. So I'm excited. I love some road course racing, and it should be a great call to get to watch and broadcast next week. But until then, right now, you're P1 here at EchoPark. I'm going to give you the floor. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to before I let you go?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone a part of the TNT Racing Group: Tyler Bentley, Nate, Holmesy in the 99. They put me in a spot great late in the race, and I definitely wouldn't have won the race without them. You got to have friends, and I'm not a Carson Hocevar, so look at me, I got friends.
Well said. Well, go ahead.
Thanks,
sorry.
Premier. Icon Apparel. I'm sure you'll be watching. I think definitely next week you'll be watching. I know I got a special scheme for Icon Apparel as they're coming up on their anniversary here, and it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to get absolutely outclassed by majority of the field.
Well, it's going to be a heck of a time. It's going to be another, again, we're hitting so many different types of tracks here to start this season. This is really the range, right? We're seeing the range of everything in the first 5 weeks of the season, and it's going to continue. This season's really got a great schedule ahead of us, and I'm excited for every race coming. And hopefully we'll be talking to you here again soon in the booth, man. But until then, man, congrats again on a nice, great win tonight here at EchoPark, and enjoy that win. And hopefully we'll be talking to you here in the booth here soon. Okay, bud?
Yeah, hopefully. I certainly hope so.
All right. Well, Tim, you have a great night and enjoy this win. Okay.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks.
Well, not. Yeah, I don't think you can enjoy the win.
Well, I'm enjoying it for you. I'm here with you. I feel it. I'll enjoy it for you too. I'm all about it. So great job, man. We'll talk to you here again soon.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right, that's Tim Henderson, our winner tonight. Great job by the 62 team bringing home that checkered flag. Congrats to the 24 bringing it home P2, and that 55 truck bringing it home P3. So what a great race. That was a fun race. Really enjoyed it. Thanks to everybody for being a part of it. Thanks to all of you for watching. Please remember, give it a like, subscribe, share if you haven't. We really appreciate your support with First Gear Network and the unique Motorsports League tuning in here on Wednesday nights. So again, like we were talking about with the guys, next week we'll be at Watkins Glen. We'll put on a heck of a show. Hopefully we'll see you all there. Until then, have a great week. The network will be live again tomorrow night with the First Gear Racing Thursday Night Thunder Next Gen Series. And then Saturday night as well with the Saturday Night Thunder Gen 6 Cup Series this week. So talk to you all soon. Have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your week. Until then, take care.